Welcome back to another episode of How I Cook. I'm Stephen and Frederick, and I'm really happy to have you back. This week we're going to do stuffed flank steak. It takes quite a while, but the prep is very easy and quick. It then takes an hour and a half to cook. So let's start. This is a 1.5 pound flank steak. Pretty flat, but we need to get it flatter. So what are we going to do? We're going to put it between some plastic wrap, a piece on the bottom, and a piece on the top. And then we're going to pound it down. So now we have to pound down the flank steak. I do not have a meat pounder, but what I've used before in episodes is I have tea bags in this glass jar. I'm going to use this to pound it down. You don't want to pulverize the meat, but you really want to add some oomph. We're trying to get it much thinner. Okay, looks pretty good. Let me get rid of this. Now we are going to stuff the flank steak. Let me get the filling. So before filling, we want to put some salt and pepper on here. This is my mixture that I've used before in the past that I really like with beef. Salt, pepper, and rosemary. So I'm going to use this for this recipe as well. But you could just use salt and pepper. That's one side. Flip it over. And the other side. Flip it back over. And we will start to fill it. So, what do we have? We have 2 cloves of garlic. This is already chopped up garlic from a jar. I know fresh is better, but you know I like quick and easy. So we're going to just put that garlic in here. Great. Next, some Parmesan cheese, 1/3 cup. I did not grate my own. You know, I'm going to go a little less on the Parmesan cheese. 1/3 Panko breadcrumbs. These are the really dry Japanese breadcrumbs. They're very light. 1/3 cup, same thing. I'm just going to put it in until I think it's good. I think that's good. And you see I'm only putting it in the center because we are going to be rolling this up. Some Italian seasoning. Another tablespoon. You know what? It's going to be easier just to shake it on. Okay. Next, some provolone cheese. This is pre-sliced provolone cheese. It's 8 slices. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm gonna go with 6. I'll eat this. Okay, well, let me clear this up and then we'll work on rolling this up. See you in a little. Okay, now time to close this up. It's It's not going to be as easy as rolling it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it up and I'm going to seal it with toothpicks. I've seen versions where it's tied with butcher twine. I'm sure that would be more secure. It also seems more complicated. And you know me, I don't like complicated. So we're just gonna go little by little. So there we have it. It's pretty much sealed up with toothpicks. We're now going to sear it in a Dutch oven. If you don't have a Dutch oven, just use a frying pan. You're going to sear it on all sides, and then after that I'll show you what we're going to do. So this Dutch oven has been heating for a little while. I think you heard me earlier turn it on. And I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of butter. This is an all-metal Dutch oven, so it really holds the heat well. I don't know if our meat's going to fit, but we'll make it work. It's browning nicely. Flip it on the next side. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I want to tighten up some of these toothpicks, but also in the pot, the Dutch oven, I'm going to put a cup of beef broth. This is to get all the bits off the bottom from the steak. It's called the fond. So we don't want all that just to sit on the bottom. So we'll let this boil for a little. It'll concentrate while I tighten up some of these toothpicks. Okay, so everything's tightened up. It's going to go back into the Dutch oven. The beef broth is in there. All good. And now to cover it with tomato sauce. If you're a regular viewer, you know I really don't like tomato sauce from a jar. I prefer pizza sauce. It's lighter and fresher. But I really like Rao's pizza sauce. And I'm going to put this on top of the flank steak. We now close up the Dutch oven. We have an oven preheating to 350 degrees. Preheated already. And then we pop this in for an hour and a half. So we'll see in about an hour and a half, and we'll take it out and try it and show you how delicious it is. See you in a little. Okay, so it's been around an hour and a half. So let's pull it out of the oven and see what we have. It smells wonderful. So as a reminder, 350 degrees, an hour and a half. Opening it away from me. So any steam. Okay. So some of the filling did come out. That's okay. We'll put this here. It needs to stay for around 10 minutes. So we'll let it rest. And then we'll slice it up and see what we have. Okay, so 10 minutes is up. I'm just gonna slice it up on the plate, trying to be careful. I don't want to move it to a cutting board and possibly have it fall apart. I think I might be hitting into a toothpick. So you have to be really careful. Much better. You could see the stuffing in there. The stuffing inside looks really good. Let's put a little sauce on it. Serve with a little bread to sop up the sauce. Whoop. And there you have it. Flank steak stuffed with cheese, garlic, breadcrumbs. Very easy. Hopefully very delicious. Okay, remember, this isn't the right way. This isn't the way you should do it. This is how I cook. Hopefully you have a great week. See you next time.